Ano yung favorite song mo sa album?
Sabi ng nanay ko, love your children equally pag may pamilya ka na. So, I'd like to believe that these are all my babies and they are all my favorites because if I didn't like them, they wouldn't have made it to the album. Right now, the last time I listened to the album, yung favorite ko, Wag Na Tayong Mag-Away, because the arrangement was very Ben Folds 5 inspired. And my bandmates for that session were Mikey Amostoso of Ciudad and Jazz Nicolas of Itchworms. Of course, you know them. Idol namin si Ben Folds. So, nung dumating sila sa studio, tinanong nila ako, anong gusto mong mangyari? Sabi ko, Ben Folds, Ben Folds! So, may marinig kang piano, may ukulele pa nga ron somewhere.
Si Jazz yata yung tumatawag.
Si Jazz din. May horns pa ron, may melodica pa, si Mike. So, that was one of the most fun tracks to record actually. Tapos tawa lang kami ng tawa the whole night. Kasi si Jazz at si Mikey, ever since, you know, my starting days, 12, 13 years ago, sila na yung kasama kong tumutugtog. So, to finally be in a studio with them, it's just an amazing experience.
So, saan niyo po na-record yung album?
This one na-record ko kay Shinji sa Sound Creation Studios. This two, bumalik ako kay Angie Razul ng tracks. Kasi si Angie parang tatay ko yan. Siya yung nag-produce ng unang 3 albums ko eh.
Yeah. Do you have any like parang memorable stories while you were recording or any remarkable memory while you were recording the album?
You know, every session was fun. Buddy Zabala co-produced the first 2 songs with me and then he had to leave for Europe for a whole month. So kinakabahan ako. Fortunately, si Sancho Sanchez stepped in, co-produced with me as well. And maririnig nyo naman sa album, yung vibe talaga ng mga musikero, masaya talaga eh. Inspired lahat. Because we're all friends. Magkakabarkada kami. We've been wanting to work with each other for the longest time. So I say every session was fun. Every session was memorable. Was that a very showbiz answer? No, but I'm serious. Ganun talaga yung naramdaman ko.
Ito medyo personal siya. Si favorite song ko sa album is yung Huwag Kang Mag-Alala. So, ano po yung story behind Huwag Kang Mag-Alala?
Sorry. Hindi lang ako kakain.
Go.
Yung kain lang po.
When I was growing up, I was the odd man sa classroom. Most of my classmates hated me because they felt that I wasn't one of them, that I was a bit too weird, a bit too quiet. The truth is, I come from a very, conservative, shy family. We're not used to interacting with people outside our house. I encourage individuality. I say if people find you weird, then that should be fine. Kanya-kanya, gaya nga nung sabi nung kanta, kanya-kanyang trip, kanya-kanyang panaginip, kanya-kanyang mga daang nais sundan. Sundan mo yung sarili mong path, di ba? Huwag kang, dapat walang magsasabi sa'yo kung anong dapat at hindi mo dapat gawin. Ikaw yung mag-define sa sarili mo, not someone else. Ba?
Sino-sino po yung mga musical influences mo?
I grew up listening for a while to the Carpenters and Kenny Rogers because growing up we didn't have a lot of money, so those were the only records at home. And we had a beat up radio that could only get AM stations, so we would listen to whatever they played. And that time, talagang sikat na sikat si Kenny Rogers eh. And then eventually, of course, who isn't a fan of the Beatles? And then, but I would have to say my all-time favorite band, aside from the Eraserheads, of course, would have to be the Popsicle. This band na sila. They're a Swedish group. And doon ko yata nakuha yung yung masayang melody, tapos suicidal na lyrics. Kaya nilang pagsamahin yun eh. Sabi ko, ay, pwede pala yun. Pwede pala yun. Tapos I found myself writing those kinds of songs.
Quick question. What's playing on your iPod right now?
The Weepies. Can't go back now. Ano siya?
iPad.
iPad, not iPod. No, it's okay.
Same lang.
Same lang. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
iPad. Same lang. Ebe, ask ko lang, why dalawang mukha ng pag-ibig?
Sige, pahinga natin siya muna.
Why dalawang mukha ng pag-ibig yung...
I believe that love makes you feel two things. It makes you really happy or it makes you want to strangle someone. Hindi ako naniniwala sa pag-ibig na okay lang. Sa gitna. Because for love to exist, I think there has to be a certain degree of passion.
Gotta be one.
Just passion should be there. Kasi yun yung papatakbo ng pag-ibig eh. Passion and friendship. Yun yung papatakbo ng pag-ibig. Pag wala yun.
Okay, a little bit personal. Is there anything in particular that happened or transpired for you na sa personal buhay mo para mag-come up na dun sa mga
You know what? I think the past few months of my life have been well documented.
Oo. Diba? Kasi alam na natin yung mga ganun. Well, yung sa'yo lang.
I think, I'm not sure if it was, depression in the clinical sense of the word, but for a while, I think I refused to go out for a whole month. I stopped taking calls, stopped talking to people. Pagod lang ako eh. Yun pala yung na-realize ko sa journey ko so far. I was, more than anything, I was just really exhausted. I slept for 10, 12 hours a day. Hanggang sa dahan-dahan, inayos ko yung buhay ko, inayos ko yung body clock ko. That's the first thing I did. I started sleeping at 10, 11 in the evening. Wake up at 6 in the morning. Have coffee. Go online. Discover new things. But that's pretty much it.
Kasi that prepares you to another milestone. Yeah, with this new album. So are you planning to release another album?
Excited.
Very excited.
I already do have ideas actually that I've written down. So ang maganda kasi in-equip ko yung sarili ko. So nag-ipon ako for gadgets. Binigyan ako ng wire nito. So I can record my ideas at home just with the computer and this. Ideally by next year may album na ulit. I don't wanna stop writing eh. That's yun yung greatest sin ko dati. I would write only when the label told me to write. Otherwise, wala. Naglalaro lang ako o tutulog lang ako, tumutugtog lang ako. But I wanna make each day count. Kasi pag wala ka na bukas, marami kang hindi magagawa. So do what you can now. I'll be recording demos very soon. Pa-isa-isa. I'll record pa-isa-isa. Before you know it, may album na ulit na ilalabas sa March.
You wrote yung One Song City, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo. Yung lyrics...
Ikaw siya akin yun eh.
Talaga. Sige, tatanong ko sana eh. Bakit kay City? Bakit sa album ni City mo naisipan maglagay ng isa dun sa mga compositions mo?
Well, we're label mates.
Okay.
That's one. So it's the transfer of songs is easier. I've always been a fan of hers, actually. Dati nung kasagsaran ng mga banda, biglang dumaan ako ng tawag, tapos may nakita akong Bossa Nova album doon. After 3 months, andun pa rin siya. Sino ba ito? Hindi ako. She's a wonderful person. She's a very talented girl. She's a dear friend of mine. So, why not? Diba?
Ay, maganda
Sa may crush siya sa akin eh. So,
yun yung
pagbigyan na lang.
pinaka-importante doon.
Pagbigyan na lang siya.
Yun yung pinaka-importante doon. So, sa next album mo ba, parang tipong collaborations ngayon ng mga favorite, ano mo?
Alam mo, I actually want to...
So, parang, kasi kanina nabanggit mo yun sila Sancho, sila Buddy Sabala, and they write songs din, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Oo, so, meron ba kayong plano na maging,
Well, I'd like to keep the songwriting duties to one person.
Okay.
But all the other instruments, I will rely heavily on my friends.
Last question. Ay, last ano po.
Sige lang, huwag kang magmadali. We have time.
Message po niyo sa fans.
Ba't lagi yung tatanong ko? Pinakain ako. O baka lagi lang sumusubok kung tatanong ka?
May kakataon na.
Hindi ko pa siya eh. Nalala ko lang ha.
Okay lang, ikaw na lang.
Message. Well, first of all, I would, like to apologize for all the letters that I failed to answer a few months ago. Sana po maintindihan niyo, it was also sort of a difficult time for me and my family. But, ang mahalaga naman ay ngayon, di ba? So ngayon, dito na ako. I have an album that I'm really, really proud of. I really do hope you grab a copy. Not because you're a fan of Ebe, but because you're a fan of OPM. We need you more than ever. Come to the shows. Talk to us online. Musicians, kung meron mang napaperceive na wall, wala yun. Kasi kilala ko yung mga musikerong yun.